There we go. All righty. Got the recording going. Okay. You guys need a minute? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. I see you right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm prepared. Here, I'm ready.
I will call to order the Town of Crandall Board meeting. It's February 16th, 2026. It's 6:34. I am Caitlin Rothrock, Town Board President.
John Work, Councilman.
Good deal.
Adam Burkhardt, Town Attorney.
Debbie Jones, acting treasurer.
Awesome. And then we need to vote on our new council member.
Well, he said we can't.
But we can't.
So,
Can we
yeah.
talk about it now though?
Sure,
Okay.
sure. So Melvin has tendered his resignation effective today. He's resigned in writing exactly as contemplated in the Indiana statutes about resigning that position. There's going to be a remaining vacancy for the rest of Melvin's term. And at the last meeting, we were all, it's just the case that a lot of times in municipal governments, that people hold office as independent rather than as a member of a major party. In that case, the town council will then vote on that person's replacement. But since the last meeting, between then and now, I found out from the county circuit court clerk, Debbie Dennison, that Mel held office as a Republican. So now there's a different process. I submit Mel's written resignation, which I just got from Debbie, to the county clerk, and then they get with the county chairman of the party, and then the party has 30 days to appoint someone. And then if they don't, then the town can appoint someone.
Okay.
And so the next step, either the county, so you may get with whoever it is that's the head of the party in the county.
Scott Fleur.
Yeah, Scott Fleur, right.
Good. Scott Fleur.
Debbie, don't you hold office as a Republican? Or whenever you did hold office? So you probably know how to get a hold of him.
Yeah. I've got an email from him. I don't think I've got a phone number, but I know I've got an email for Scott.
So you all could always suggest Sharon as a replacement, see if the party, what they do. And then if they don't act in 30 days, then the town council then gets to appoint. But so just to be clear, your next meeting is less than 30 days from now. So they will have until the next meeting and then a few days after that to appoint someone. So if they don't appoint someone, it will not be your next meeting, but the following meeting where you would appoint.
Okay. And that makes sense because that's what happened with me. Because Susan reached out to me, but then also someone from the Democrat Party reached out to me.
Right,
And
yeah.
so that makes sense that's how that all happened. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just wait then.
Yeah, so you guys don't need to do anything unless, Mel wants to get in touch with Scott Fleur and Sharon to discuss Sharon as the candidate.
Okay. And I'm happy to, I don't know, I guess any of us could reach out.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course.
Because I could also try to find his email or something and say, hey, we know
I mean,
this
I'll be happy to share it. I'll even be
Okay.
happy to contact Scott if you all want me to do that as well. I
Okay.
don't mind to.
That's fine with me, yeah. I think
I
it's better.
haven't seen him for a long while, I guess, but I don't mind to contact him at all. If you all are okay with that, but I'll also share his email so that you all can, if you want to say anything or do anything with it as well.
Oh, yeah, that sounds perfect. That way we can get the ball rolling or whatever.
So for now, the town council will conduct business with a 2 out of 3 quorum, since the town council is only 3 seats.
Okay. Sounds good. Do we need to make any, I don't think we need motions on that, just information.
Right.
Cool.
Do we have to have someone by that next meeting? Is that or do we have a time period?
You do, and I'm trying to, I think that it's 30 days. And then, I'm not sure what happens after that. It's just, so we'll wait and see. Basically, if the county doesn't do it, 30 days from now, or whatever date that begins to run, maybe it begins to run tomorrow when I send the notice to the clerk. If the county doesn't do it in 30 days, then you all will have, I believe it's another 30 days after that to do it. So you would need to have someone ready, not at the next meeting, but the following meeting.
Which we do. When if, yeah, so hopefully that'll work out. We could delay the next meeting. We could like,
Well, it's a matter of time frames, not a matter of when it's your next meeting. So if you delayed your meeting past the time frame, then you just missed the time frame.
okay. Or I just meant we could delay it like till it is 30 days.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
sure,
So
yeah.
then it would just be like, we're here and we could say, oh, sure.
Instead-
Or some, whoever.
You could. So instead of the, I think it's third Monday, you all usually do, you could make your next meeting on the Monday following the usual. And by my calculations, I calculated it based on running today, Melvin's date of resignation. Then it would be the
Look at
Thursday.
the date on that, because was it Friday for his resignation? It seems like you said something about Friday, not today's date, whenever you gave him that resignation. I'm probably way off, and just for some reason that seems what it was.
Well, maybe I did, but it says it's effective
Okay.
as of today. It's not today's date.
Okay, that's, like I said, I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, in any case, calculating from today would give, I ran a quick thing in my office on the date calculator. It looked like you'd have until the Thursday after your next regular meeting. So if you just kicked your meeting back a week, then that should be enough time that either the party does it, and if they don't, you all could have the next meeting.
Okay. I think that's something good to consider. Then we could just get it.
It would probably be just fine for me.
Would you guys be able to meet on the 23rd instead of the 16th?
Yeah, I can.
14.
Is that
Monday, just the next.
it's still a Monday?
Oh,
Yeah,
is a Monday?
Yes.
just the
Okay,
following,
yeah.
just the fourth Monday instead of the third. Monday.
Okay, yeah, as long, yeah, Monday is fine no matter what. I just wanted to make sure I have, on the third Thursday, I have a meeting, so. I have Scott's phone number as well. I didn't realize I had that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I can make a motion about that when we get down to the business, if that's what, or should I do it now?
You can do it now.
Okay. I'll make a motion then to change our next meeting from March 16th to March 23rd, so that we can handle our new council member.
Second.
Okay. Good deal. So the attendance sheet was circulated. I saw that. Let me just look at the rest of the agenda. Yeah, the agenda looks good to me. I think the only thing I just need to add on is, well, I guess I forwarded you the information about the snow removal, and maybe we can just chat about that a little bit in new business. But other than that,
I'd like to add on that email that I got.
oh, yes, okay, so we'll add the email, and we'll add snow discussion to new business. Okay, and I will motion to approve the agenda with the addition of discussing an email and the snow removal.
Second.
Good. And I have to look at the minutes, I haven't done that from last meeting.
Might be nitpicky, but it doesn't say that Sharon was here.
The reason it didn't is because across the top, I only put the council members.
Oh, okay.
So technically, I guess it doesn't state Melvin being there then, does it?
It does have Melvin.
Oh, it does say Melvin, okay. He was still in there.
He was still
Okay.
in mine.
Yes, still in.
Yeah.
I see where it says that now. Yeah.
I keep the sheets, the attendance sheets, every one of those to go back and refer to if we need to refer to anything.
Yeah, Barnes Fire Department.
Again, and they called me again.
Man,
They did?
They did call me again.
maybe we'll have to talk to him. Maybe I'll be a little late against. When you guys are ready, I will make a motion to approve the minutes of last meeting.
Second,
I think we all looked at the accounts payable vouchers, so I'll go ahead and motion to approve those.
second,
And then as well as the financial reports, I'll motion to approve those.
second,
And then as well as the receipts report, I'll motion to approve the receipts report.
second.
And we're good on internals. So to old business, contracts.
So that's me. That's the town's snow removal and the cleaning contract. So I just went ahead and have mostly finished making the town kind of a generic independent contractor agreement that right now it's about 3.5 or 4 pages long. So I'm trying to keep it reasonably short. But I've done this for business lines before. I don't know that I've done one like this for a municipality. So it took a little tweaking for the things that are more unique to you all and not as much to other people. And I have information for the person who's doing the cleaning, presuming that hasn't changed. Who is it now that's going to be the new person for snow?
Abigail.
I had her as
No,
the
for snow person.
Oh, the snow person, I'm sorry. Sean Smith is the one who did it last. And I don't know that we have like definitively said that that's the person that we want.
Okay.
So I thought we would talk about that today.
Mhm.
So this wouldn't be an exclusive contract. It would just, you have a contract with him. Sean, is it a SEAN or SHAW?
SHAWN.
I'm glad that you know that.
Sean Smith, you said?
Yeah.
And what kind of payment arrangement?
I'm gonna literally open it and tell you about it.
And if you didn't have, I mean, I could have just emailed you about it. I just thought that this would be a good
Oh, no, it's-
opportunity to ask.
It's okay. Let's see. So I have to admit that I was confused whenever we chatted, because we were just kind of brainstorming and texting each other. But it looks like if they use the town equipment, it would be about $150 per hour. And then if he uses his own equipment, it would be, and his own salt, it would be like $850 per application. And so the way I read that, I thought he was saying $850 for his stuff, just the way it's like written. And then after he did this, and it took probably about 10 hours, and they charged us about 1,350. He was like, just let me use my stuff, it'll be cheaper. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. And he was like, oh, I read it strangely. And so we just didn't understand each other. So maybe in the future, if he uses his own stuff, it would be more affordable. And I can talk with him about that as well.
Okay.
What was the amount, the 13
It is, I'll tell you right now, I just forwarded it to
We
you.
just saw it.
1,350.
Okay.
And his estimate, if you were now understanding it correctly, $850 per application for him to use his own equipment and materials.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Yes, and I can like clear that up with him too, because, sometimes when you're reading a text message and like emailing back and forth. And I'm seeing his email, it is SEAN.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
Sean's Lawns LLC. I didn't know that. I thought it was.
I thought it was him.
Okay.
So,
So if I know that the town did buy I think a new attachment for your tractor. I think that had to do with snow removal. If you all end up hiring somebody who's got their own stuff, then you could, sell as surplus equipment. If you find yourself not needing to have that, then do a little cash. That's always
Yeah.
the next a possibility if you aren't using it anymore. Just thought I would mention it. There's a process for it, like everything else.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, and I was also thinking about just, it was like, kind of like, wow, I've never had to organize anything like that before and call people, and then like the tractor was dead. And so then I had to like find somebody with a truck to go over there and jump it. And it was like kind of crazy. And it was like also very deep snow. So I was like walking, it's just whatever. But, I think, and it was, I'm not saying they did a bad job. I think that they had a struggle with the tractor because when he called me after, he was like, that thing probably needs a new battery. He was like, I jumped it the second time because he had like turned it off and then it wouldn't turn back on. And then, I guess plowed snow, I've never plowed snow before, but that thing is supposed to turn and it wouldn't turn. And so that might be part of why it was like just an okay job.
No, it was just a one spike down the hill.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all
Maybe
it
that's it
was.
too. Yeah. So like I said,
I was disappointed in him.
yeah. And it wasn't Sean that did it. It was somebody who works for him.
It was one of his workers.
Yeah. And he expressed to me that he had a hard time with the tractor. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't have to be that person every time, but we can figure out or Sean can come with his truck and we can see if that's a better fit for what we need. My other thought is that just in case of an emergency situation, should John or I or someone on the council or someone in town, we can still hire somebody because I have a full-time job. And so can we go plow snow? No. But if there's like a situation where there's a neighbor or someone who calls us and says like, we're stuck or we can't get out or we need something, then we can be helpful. And maybe that's like too big of an ask. It's just a thought that I'm having. I don't know, because I know people get stuck and can't get out or their driveway's totally blocked. A good amount of times. I love Buck and I appreciate what he did. But a couple times he would totally just like block my driveway and I'd be like, it's like so terrible. It's like worse than,
Well, he did, he never cleaned the driveway entrances. Buck didn't. He
yeah,
just cleaned the road.
yes.
And you had to get out with your shovel and clean your driveway down so you could get out to the road.
Yeah. And sometimes it would be like, packed. It was just hard.
Yeah.
So,
But I know Buck just, he seen Nick and he jumped, my Nick,
Mhm.
and he jumped all over him. He said, "Did you do this?"
oh, did he?
Yes. And Nick says, "No, sir, I did not."
So maybe we need to find a better option. I can share the comments because Sean called me the day after. He was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "I don't know how to answer your question." You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. Like,
You should have told him, "Call Sharon."
yeah, I was like,
She'll tell you.
I don't know what good snow removal is and bad snow removal. And I was like, no one said anything to me. So I just don't know.
And I don't know who cleaned the post office lot.
They have their own person. I don't know who it is either. Sean does because he asked me and I said, I don't know who does that, but I think someone does. And he was like, oh, I do know who that is. So he didn't share who it was.
It's the guy that mows our grass.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay.
But I mean, I see they were all down there at the post office. Our tractor was down there and so was that other person's. And I'm
Oh.
thinking, what's going
They
on?
have a good eye of what's happening around because I have no idea.
Well, on my side of town.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be that, or I can share that with Sean, and then we can also say, hey, why don't you use your equipment? If that's going to be a better option, and then if it's not, then we can say, never mind, we'll find something different.
Well, I was going to say, or could we, like during the summer or sometime put an ad in the paper for someone to do snow removal and get some estimates and understand more of what's what.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that would be feasible or not.
You can. When purchasing services, a town has a whole lot of discretion. Whenever you're buying goods or having a project done, I think the threshold's $25,000. It could be 50,000. I don't recall what the small purchasing
I
threshold is.
think
But
it's 50.
suffice it to say, the
Yeah.
town's well below it. So while you can shop around, of course, if you think it's the prudent thing to do, the law says you don't have to do that until the spend is much higher.
Sure, okay. And mostly, I think we just want it to be a good job,
Mhm.
you know, like, so that people can get out and do what they need to do. I was seeing the city trucks go by, those huge trucks, you know, and they definitely don't clear your driveway.
No,
They definitely just like, whatever,
they plow through.
they plow through, yeah. And I was having all kinds of thoughts, like, could we even figure out who that is and contract with them somehow, but I don't know the answer to that.
You could always talk with the county and find out who's doing the county roads and what it takes to tack the towns on, because I bet they do the state road out here and then skip all around town.
Yeah,
I don't know, since that is a state road out there, so I don't
Yeah.
know if the county handles that snow removal, but I bet they'll have people clearing all the other roads around here though.
Cross that railroad track down here, that's a county.
Yeah.
They clean that road.
and I've seen, it's a big
Yeah,
truck. that
yeah.
does that, Yeah. So yeah, that's a good, maybe. we
But I
can-
know years ago, years and years ago, when Mr. Deputy was still alive, he was in the state somehow. I don't, with the cleaning of the roads and stuff, and he'd have them do the circle.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Well, he did it that year that it snowed real bad and everybody was out. What was it, 72? When we had that big snow, 74 or something, 74, because I had Troy.
oh,
So, and we all fussed at him because they come and scraped and salted the road over there and we couldn't ride.
oh. Priorities. Yeah, I think that's a great if we get that on. with the county, though. And then we could, if we wanted to keep a tractor, we could have it if someone said, hey, I can't get, I'm thinking about how many older people live in town and, can't like do different things and get out there and do their driveways and, so I just think, I got notes on it though, so I'll think about the county and, we'll pay Sean for now.
Or if we just want to salt either before or after, we could do that.
Yeah, for sure. And I,
But we didn't have time to salt this time when the snow was coming.
oh yeah. Well, and I don't know. And I had talked to Sean about that too. And I said, should we salt? Because it's going to be like this deep. And so will it do anything? And he was like, it won't do anything. It won't help it, because it's just too much snow. And that second time, it's I called him. Let's see how it goes. So I don't pay. Whatever. It's just like out of the blue. Kind of. So, okay, that sounds good. And I'm glad to understand that it doesn't have to be like with a specific person. I was wondering about that, like if it's a specific contractor, if it's kind of just a general thing. Okay. Anything else on, I guess I moved the snow discussion into old business, but that's okay. Okay. I guess on to new business. So Ramsey Fire Department, we're waiting on that to get a contract with them again. I can make a note to myself too to call them before the next meeting. And say, hey, come on, we'd like you to put out our fires.
Yeah, is our contract expired or something? Are we
I
good?
think it's a 1 year. No, I'm pretty sure that they will come in and but don't hold me to that. I'm pretty sure they will come no matter what, as far as that.
The president is this year.
But it's a yearly thing that they do. Now, when I came on, there must have been a 4-year thing that they had figured out. And they had given us a thing. So until that ran out, all I did was once a year send them their check because they had it figured out what it would be for
I see.
maybe even 5 years. I'm not sure on that. we can go through all the paperwork in there somewhere and find it. I'm sure of that, because I don't throw anything away. But since then, they've not done anything like that. So it's just done yearly.
I remember them coming last year, and it was like a very reasonable amount, I felt like, so, we were just busy. We'll get with them though. And then you wanted to talk about this email, which I feel like you gave it to me, and I don't know where I put it. Okay. Debbie got an email from someone that we don't know. Manaraj Patha is the name. Says, to whom it may concern, pursuant to the Indiana Access to Public Records Act, ARPA, Indiana Code 514.3, I respectfully request access to the following records in electronic format, copies of all 3 to November 2025. Sorry. And then what do you say? Oh, and then copies of all proposals submitted in response to those RFPs, including all attachments. They should be submitted to your agency. Please provide these records in PDF, Word, or Excel format.
Did you say ARPA on there?
APRA, Access to Public Records Act.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
I
of the
did
money.
say ARPA, but again,
Yeah.
it's APRA. Sorry.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I might know
I was
what
like,
that is.
Little dyslexic moment.
When did you all receive that?
Debbie received it on
Friday? Was it Friday? Thursday?
Thursday, February 12th. Yeah.
Okay, so you all should just have me respond to that. There's some really tight timeframes involved.
Okay.
So,
You want me to forward that to you?
yeah, that would be perfect. I'll
Okay.
take care of it tomorrow.
It said proposals and I couldn't, I mean, I know to give them what they asked for.
Well, so the first thing I'm gonna do is to send them a response that says that we're in receipt of your request, and we're now inquiring as to whether we have any records that are responsive to your request. And also, I don't know that they get to specify the format in which you would produce. But then that basically, we have to respond to them very quickly, but the response can be, we're looking into it and we'll get back to you within a certain time. And so that's what I would do.
And I think there was a question of who is this person and is it
It
is it
does-
like a real thing?
Yeah.
I think that's what Deborah was wondering.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I might end up just telling them, to the extent that you find anything responsive, which you do have to look, then I can tell them that they'll be made available at the town hall for your inspection, and then if there's someone there and they want to do it, then they can come do it.
Okay.
Now, I'll double check the statutes to make sure that'd be a permissible way of responding, but off the cuff, I don't think that you all are going to have, I don't think you've done any requests for proposals or
That's
that
right.
you've been required to.
Yeah.
So
I
that would
wasn't
be
for
a
sure if
big-
I was missing something in the way that was being. I didn't know for sure, but I was thinking proposals were more like when we did the roads out here.
Right.
And they wanted information on something like that, which that was done when Susan was here, which is past that, when they were requesting any information on. And so I'm glad to know you're going to respond. That's why I brought it tonight, because I wanted to respond to it tonight. Because I knew, like you said, there's a time framing on that, but we were so close with having a meeting. Sure. I just wasn't for sure what they really meant on that proposal thing.
Yeah, in the future, if anybody gets one of those, send it to me same day. There's some tight response requirements.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of reasons people do these. One is that they actually want that information for some practical reason. A lot of times it's somebody thinks somebody did something wrong and they're trying to point it out.
Sure.
But this might just be somebody that's like data mining for some sort of centralized database of political subdivisions and their spending and on who and what and when. I mean, hard to say, but the public has a right to request it.
Okay. I'm going to give this to you. Where you are. Do we need any kind of?
I'll still forward it so that you can
Yeah.
respond off of the email
Yeah,
that I
sure,
got.
sure.
Do we need a motion on that?
No, I'll just go. And so it would just be that you always start in the meantime. I don't think that so a request for proposal would be if you were doing some sort of project where your expenditure on the project exceeds those minimums that me and Debbie were talking about for small purchasing. So like if you're doing some big project in town, that like the roads is
Yeah.
exactly the kind of thing. But that was years ago.
Yeah,
And I think the answer is that you don't have any of this stuff, and I think that's going to be the answer. But it would make sense. Look back through the minutes since January of 2023 and see if you have any big projects. I'm pretty sure the answer is no.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's no too, but like I said, I wanted to make sure I understood what it was they were asking for.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah, I'm glad. If I would have seen that, I would have not known that it was an more urgent thing. Okay. So I'm gonna think about roads. I forwarded the email from Sean with the request for us, so she can do that. Yeah, and it's funny to anything? Okay, I will take the Christmas tree down before I leave. Sorry, it's still up. All right, it is 7:05, and I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Do I just,
Just push that little button down, I think.
I get nervous every time I think I mess it all up, you know?
Coach too, so if we don't have that, I've got something to go on.
Yes, well, and we have this, so. All right.